We saw quite the blunder at the end of the half in the 49ers Seahawks game. The Niners are up 2. This is the situation. They just went up 2 with 13 seconds left in the half. So Seattle has all 3 timeouts left, but still, 13 seconds left. Not really enough time to do anything, or is there? First things first, they're going to try a squib kick here, which I just don't think was smart. I just don't agree with this decision to try to squib kick. I think just kick it deep. The reality is, in today's NFL, a kickoff return is just incredibly rare. It's not something you realistically have to worry about. So I don't think going for a squib kick to avoid that is the correct play here, but that's what they decide to do. Watch as one Gould does do the squib kick. You see right here, you have Parkinson who has the ball, at the 25-yard line already. That's where he receives the ball. And again, worth noting, the clock does not start until he has the ball. So now, this is when the clock starts. Watch him step upfield, and while, yes, you do take 4 seconds off the clock, he's able to get all the way to the 38-yard line. I don't think that was worth the killing 4 seconds, in my opinion, and guaranteeing, basically, there would be no kickoff return for touchdown. But then we got to here, which, listen, you're still in an okay situation if you're San Francisco, right? I mean, yes, all Seattle has to do is maybe score, get the ball 20 yards down the field or so to potentially score, but that would be a really long field goal in that scenario, and it's not so easy to get 20 yards when the defense knows you need 20 yards. They're going to play far off. They're not going to let that happen. There is the other aspect. Seattle could try to get like 10 yards or so and then go for a Hail Mary, so those are kind of their 2 options. But again, 9 seconds left. You have all your timeouts, but you just don't have the time to get more than one play really before you try a field goal or Hail Mary. Geno Smith takes the snap. He looks downfield, and you see that at this point, we can't see what's down the field, but he doesn't love what he sees. He could just flip it to somebody underneath. That's an option. Probably what he should have done, to be honest, but he's going to try and scramble instead, kind of going with the, okay, we're not getting 20 yards here, but maybe I can get enough yards that we can be within enough distance that I can try a Hail Mary. That's what Smith decides to do. He rushes up. You get to this point, and I paused it right here very specifically because this is right when Smith starts to go down, and you can see how this kind of mistake can happen, right? By Ward, you can see why he puts himself in kind of a compromising position. He's trying to make sure he makes the tackle, but the reality is you just have to understand the situation. If you end up sort of wrapping him up and he drags you forward for an extra couple of yards, that's fine. That doesn't really hurt you in any way. You don't need to make the tackle right there. You just need to make the tackle, and you can't put yourself in a compromising position to where if Smith does decide to slide, you could be getting a penalty. As you see, it ends up being a late hit. You get the flags thrown. That draws the flags. It does. I mean, that always draws the flags, and it results in 15 yards, giving Seattle a chance for a long field goal. Seattle would then kick the field goal, and in a playoff game, there's no getting around it, just an absolute blunder.